Welcome to day 4 of our Smarter Money Challenge. Over the past few days, we've made reference to the power of a spending plan and why it's so much more powerful than a traditional ineffective budget. A spending plan gives you two important numbers. Firstly, how much you need to deposit to your plan each pay cycle to make it work. And secondly, it comes up with a figure that you need to have in your bank account on each and every day of the year and beyond. That figure is what we call the missing number, and is why no other budgeting tool works as well as the spending plan, because they simply don't give you the complete picture. Having a spending plan is a lot like having a perfect bank statement for the next 12 months in advance. Or another way to think about it is it's like having a crystal ball attached to your bank account, and it doesn't matter if you get paid daily, weekly, or monthly. So a spending plan is a pretty powerful tool to manage your money. Today, we're going to show you this power in a video that we've created. So I'm just going to share my screen with you, and we can watch this and we'll see the power of the spending plan.
You know, the saying goes that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. But I don't think anyone really plans to fail at managing their money. If you're not good with money, it's simply because you were never taught how to manage it. You know, we do our best with the knowledge we have, but without some education and a good plan, we're doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over. Okay, so let's take a look at where the bulk of our money actually goes. Now, we talk about the 12 essential transactions, which I've got listed here for you. So we've got food, fuel, car registration, insurance and servicing, electricity, insurances, phone and internet, rates and water, rental, mortgage and childcare. Now, Kelly, this is a pretty big one for you, isn't it, childcare?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think childcare is the one we all focus on because it's so incredibly expensive. But I've moved now. My youngest has moved into school, which was very exciting cash flow wise, let me tell you. Yeah. Childcare is up to $140 a day before rebates in Queensland, which is a good portion, if not all, of some people's take-home wage. But even once you move into school, having before school care, after school care, you know, school fees, all those things, it really is a significant part of our budgets.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Kelly and I both work with a lot of young couples raising children, and we find, you know, that with these top 12 transactions, these will take up anywhere between $58,000 and $65,000, so which is essentially one wage. On a two-income earning family, that's one wage gone out the window. So it's no wonder that people actually struggle to make ends meet, and they find themselves on this cycle of living pay to pay, you know, struggling to pay their essential bills, struggling to provide the lifestyle that they really want. Wouldn't it be great to just be able to go out for Sunday breakfast and not worry about how you're going to pay for it? You know, as we said earlier, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we believe that everyone needs a plan for their money, but nobody wants a budget. So, and you know, without a plan for your money, chances of it flying out the window are actually pretty high. So, at the beginning of every year, all our money gurus tell us, they're on the radio and TV, and they're saying, here are my top 10 tips for financial success in the next 12 months. And their number one tip is always do a budget, okay? And the problem is budgets are next to useless. As I said earlier, I have used every budgeting system known to man, you know, from the simple envelope system to Excel spreadsheets. I've used them all. Kelly, I'm sure you've used a few in your time as well.
Just 1, 2 or 20. I think I've been through every one of them.
Yeah, that's right. And look, honestly, they do not work. They do not work. But, you know, without a plan for your money, as we said, chances of it flying out the window are pretty high. So we need to put a plan in place. So tonight what we want to do is show you the difference between a spending plan and a budget. Okay. Where a budget is actually two-dimensional, it will show you income and expenses out. So you've got your Excel spreadsheet, you've got your income column, you've got your expenses column. It's not going to tell you if you're going to have enough money on any given day of the next 12 months to cover the essential bills that are coming in and out. You know, how many times have you said, okay, we've got money to spend this week, we go and spend it, and the next week the $700 electricity bill comes in and you think, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming, okay? A spending plan is actually three-dimensional. It shows you your income in, your expenses out, and timing. And do you know, as you'll soon see, timing makes all the difference.
When you log into your bank account, we like to say there's a number missing. So if you get your phone out at the moment and you logged into your online banking, had a look what's there, it just tells you how much is in your account. It doesn't tell you how much money needs to be in your account to pay your bills in time. So if I was to tell you today that on January 25th next year, you're going to be $200 short for your electricity bill, but we're only in August, you have plenty of time to make that up, would that be helpful? That means you've got all those months to try and get towards that point that you've got that extra $200 available. That's the number you need. You need to know how much money you have in your account that will allow you to pay all your bills on time for the next 12 months. And that's the missing number. And that's the number that this system will show you.
Yep, absolutely. So, and that's the absolute uniqueness to our system, and it's why a spending planner system works and budgeting doesn't. We like to say spending plans rule and budgeting sucks.
Budgeting is like a theory, isn't it, Caroline? It shows you it's possible. This shows you how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So a spending plan is a pretty powerful tool to manage your money. So tonight we're going to look at the story of two families. Okay. Now, these two families, they both have identical incomes and identical expenses throughout the year. Okay, family number one is doing okay, and family number two is actually in a little bit of trouble.
Family A has $4,000 at the start of the year. You can see that their entire year is green. Every balance is above zero and it all works. Family B have exactly the same expenses with exactly the same budget, but they have $1,000 in their account at the start of the year. And you can see that there are many times during the year where they are tearing their hair out and frustrated because they've run out of money, especially around the middle of the year when they are in total money stress. A budget never considers timing and when you actually need the money, so it fails miserably at doing what all the money experts tell us it's going to do for us. So why are they telling us all to do a budget? I have no idea. Maybe they just don't know a better way. What you're looking at here is not a budget, but a spending plan. It factors in the timing of when you need to pay your bills and how much you need to pay at the time, rather than the averaged amount that a budget uses. Here you can see all of the transactions, the date they fall due, and the frequency they occur on. And this information is used to create the spending plan. Let me show you how much more powerful a spending plan is compared to a budget. I'll get back to family A. The spending plan gives them targets to hit for every day of the year, so they'll be able to check on their progress throughout the year and make sure their plan is actually working. Their spending plan is like having a bank statement in advance. It lists all of their transactions, the dates they fall due, and what their target bank balance needs to be after each transaction has occurred. That's the first major advantage. Most of us have no idea how much money we should have in the bank on any given day, so we end up guessing if we can afford to buy something or not. The second major advantage is just amazing. Let's go to family B and have a look at the same budget with a different start balance. Here their spending plan showing what is going to happen before it happens. Now they can see the year before it begins and they can take action to fix it. Check this out. With 7 simple changes that will barely impact on what they were hoping to do throughout the year, I will totally fix this plan and give them a successful year to enjoy rather than the nightmare they would have had. So here we go. They have a credit card, but they've been avoiding using it because it always blows up in their face when they do. However, with a spending plan, that won't happen if they stick to the plan. So I'm going to make 3 payments that they are making at the moment via electronic funds transfer, and I'm going to delay them by a month by putting them on the credit card. So change number 1. Move the car insurance from the bills account to the credit card. Change number 2, I'll move the internet connection to the credit card. And change number 3, I'll move electricity to the credit card. So all 3 are going to be paid basically a month later than they would have been, and the plan ensures that the money is available to pay out the credit card in full. Let's have a look at the plan. It's a little better, but it still has a lot of red. But we've only used up 3 of our 7 changes. Now it's obvious there's a shortfall. Even though the income and the expenses are pretty much in balance, a budget would say this should work, but the spending plan shows that it's not going to work. And there is still some work to be done on it. So John and Mary have decided to solve this problem. They need to get some extra money. $1,000 is the opening balance and it's not enough. So they've decided to take some of their possessions and sell them to bring in $350. Now that's not a great outcome, but we can add $350 to the starting balance. That's change number 4. So let's have a look at the plan. Still a lot of red, but things are starting to look a lot better. I've added the $350 to the income, but there's still an obvious shortfall that needs to be overcome. John and Mary see that they can apply for a Centrelink benefit of an extra $80 a fortnight. So I'm going to increase their income, which is currently set to $2,029 to $2,109. Let's have a look and see what that's done. All right, we've made a massive change. Things are starting to look a lot better. That's change number 5. We've increased their income. But there's still a problem. And they've decided, you know what, that camping trip that we've got scheduled for August, why don't we move it to later in the year? If we move it to October or November, that will still be okay. So I'll go to the list of transactions and move the camping trip from August to November. So let's have a look. Change number 6 has almost solved the problem, but we still have a slight hiccup here. There's a $342.90 shortfall in June. So they've had a bit of a think about it and they've asked, what else can we do? They've made 6 changes, and remember, I said we could fix it in 7. So they've got a savings plan because they don't ever want to be caught out with no cash reserves ever again. But they've decided tough times need tough decisions. So they delay the start of their savings plan by a couple of months. And now let's have a look. Their whole year is green. In fact, on the worst day of the year, they've still got $57 as a slight buffer to get them through. And they have a healthy weekly surplus in case they've underestimated some of their bill amounts. So there you go, 7 changes, and I've turned what was going to be a disaster into a beautiful plan. They've got targets for every time something happens. They know exactly where they need to be, so that if they get behind, they can do something about it early on.
So why would you do a budget when a spending plan is what you need? And if you're a small business owner, a spending plan is the best way to manage your business cash flow.
So the way we see it at this point is that you have 2 clear options. Option 1, you can continue fighting a losing battle on your own, letting your dreams die, pushing back your goals, or even forgetting about them altogether, and watching cracks develop in what was once a passionate, exciting relationship with your spouse. Or option 2, the alternative to money stress. You can get someone to help you. You know that nobody ever gets a gold medal without a coach beside them. To be successful with money, you also need the right person beside you. Most people go to option 1 and just accept the consequences as an inevitable, unfortunate fact of life. When everything seems to be out of control and you feel powerless, it's important that you take control of what you can, and that includes your finances.
You can change direction by following the principles and the teachings that you've learned over the last 3 days. Whether you can change depends on your desire, to say to yourself that you've had enough of the old and your willingness to embrace the new. If you decide that you want an easy life with no financial stress and the ability to make the changes to do what you like when you like, then the path you have to take and the decisions that you have to make are not necessarily easy. Now, we can't wave a magic wand and make your money situation immediately disappear. An easy life does take some work to achieve, but the reward you will receive for that work is incredible, and you will be able to achieve true financial freedom, and we would love to help you to get there. You know that nobody ever gets a gold medal without a coach beside them. To be successful with money, you also need the right person beside you. Very few people can deal with their own money without letting emotions take over from common sense at critical times. The true solution to money stress is to allow somebody with the right expertise to help you. As spending planners, we will teach you new skills. We will provide insights into why you have failed in the past. We'll give you a simple system to follow. We'll give practical examples to help you make sense of new concepts. We'll give you access to the tools that will help you to implement the new system. We'll show you how to deal with life happens events that'll come your way. We'll answer each and every one of your questions because you will have them, and we will provide support and accountability to help you to stick to your plan while you develop successful new spending and saving habits.
So I really can't believe that we've reached the end of our Smarter Money Challenge, and we know that we've only scratched the surface on what we would like to teach you. We would sincerely love to be given the opportunity to share more of our knowledge with you. If you are struggling with money stress, relationship issues, or your business finances right now, then let us be the one to guide you out of it. Remember, during the last 3 days, you've heard that no one receives a gold medal without a coach. Our passion and calling is to take you through the muck and mire of debt and avoiding relationship breakdown and ensure that you can own and run a successful business. And we would love to be your coach. The training through the Smarter Money Challenge has hopefully been inspirational, but I guarantee that our one-to-one personal coaching will be transformational and will absolutely take you to the next level. If you are as excited as we are about the magic of all that a spending plan can help you achieve, the Smarter Money team have collaborated and created an amazing Fast Start program offer for our Smarter Money 4-day challenge participants. I'll just share my screen to show you what the program includes. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that. So this program includes an initial consultation with the spending planner of your choice, a Smarter Money e-guide on how to create your unique spending plan and start your journey to financial freedom, 4 one-on-one sessions with the spending planner to help you create your perfect spending plan tailored to your individual circumstances, training in the use of the Spending Planner software program, preparation of a comprehensive spending plan, including savings goals and providing for life happens events, a plan for eliminating debt in the optimum time. This may include working with other financial professionals re possible debt consolidation, and full support, accountability and monitoring. Now, this program is normally $747, but to celebrate the challenge, we're offering it for the discounted price of $697. And as a thank you to those who joined our challenge as a VIP, we will deduct your VIP ticket price, meaning you will pay a total of only $550. You can get started with an initial deposit of just $150 and 4 fortnightly payments of $200. $100. Standard ticket holders can get started with a deposit of $197 plus 4 fortnightly payments of $125. a total of $6.97, which is still a discount off the normal price. But remember, these rates are only available for the next 3 days when the price goes back up to $747.
So are you ready really to take control of your future? Then let's do this. You are only ever one decision away from a change of direction and a new chapter in your life. Let's take a listen to what some of our clients have to say.
About a year ago, I got myself into a little bit of financial difficulty where I was just struggling to make ends meet.
We were living month to month, pay to pay.
Prior to Spending Planner, my life was a mess. I run a business, plus I have my household with myself and my fiance and his kids, and we had no idea what was going on with money.
We had balked at getting any financial advice for a long time because it's so confronting, I guess, and it makes you look at yourself a little bit harder than what you want to.
And I was very aware that my relationship with money was fraught with lots of beliefs and lots of habits born out of a lifetime of undervaluing money and myself.
I think initially it was a bit confronting at first to find out where the money was going. The earning capacity was there. It was just the control of the money once you got it, and using the tool made it just so much easier.
But I was still struggling, very stressed, no peace of mind, and continually working paycheck to paycheck.
I had bills piling up at the clinic and had, it was chaos.
The decisions I make are entirely mine, and it's my money, and the buck does stop with me.
I started with a spendings planner. I meet with her once a fortnight, and the difference has been quite remarkable.
It was just a very supportive atmosphere and helped us, get back to where we are now. So no debt, money in the bank, and a future that's looking good.
What I've been able to do now in my life is have peace of mind and the freedom to know that if it's in my spending plan, then I can do it.
I now have my debt down to a very manageable situation. My bills come and I can pay them on time, and I even have some money saved in the bank.
We have a plan in our household, so we actually know who's paying what now and what's going into it, and we can see that we're both contributing, not just, this bill's come in, who's going to pay that, where's that going to come from, who are we going to take that from, and that's in a much better state. So
the biggest thing for me was taking responsibility and ownership of my money.
Now we're in a much happier place, and we actually get along when it comes to money.
Thinking it was one of the best decisions we've ever made.
True.
And we discuss what I'm paying, where I'm going, what I need, and the software is phenomenal.
And then I can decide, yes, there is capacity to do this, or no, there isn't, and plan for that. So that sense of ownership and responsibility and the freedom, that the knowledge that you control this from the perspective that nobody else can be blamed for anything any longer. It's all on you. And that's not a restrictive or limiting thing. That's actually so powerful.
So it's something that I would actually highly recommend.
So there you go. The Power of a Spending Plan, day 4 of our Smarter Money Challenge, has now been completed. So if you've got any questions for us, we're going to be hanging around for a few minutes. So what will happen now is that you'll be sent emails with our links to purchase the Fast Start program that Marlene talked about. Amazing program and an incredible price for you guys. So we're so excited. Look out for those emails. Remember, you only have 3 days, and then the price will go back up to $747. So we want to thank you so much for being a part of our challenge. And if you haven't got any questions, I can't see any questions coming in at the moment, but if you do, you will receive emails. You'll have the links to Marlene, Kim and myself, and also Kelly, who did our bonus on the other night. And so, yeah, that's all we've got. Girls, did you want to say anything else in closing?
No, I just want to say it's been really amazing to be able to do this challenge. It's been just very enlightening to be able to pass on that knowledge and be able to show you all what you can do, and you will be successful with your money if you go implementing even a few of those things. They're going to make such a big difference to your lives, I promise.
Exactly right, Kim. You've said it all. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully we can do it again.
Yep, I'm sure we'll be back. So if you've missed this one, I'm sure we'll be back. All right. Thanks, everybody. Oh, okay. Actually, there is a question in here from David. Why do you guys do this? Why do we do it? I know why I do it.
Oh, I do it because I think that money has such an impact on all areas of our lives that once we get our money issues sorted and we know what we want from life and we have a plan to get there, a spending plan, of course, it just makes such a big difference to everything in our lives. It's very empowering, and I wouldn't be without mine.
Yeah. And actually it's interesting because the other thing he said is, why do we do it so cheaply? And to be honest, you know, we put together an incredible offer for everybody today who's part of the challenge. And the reason why we do that is, and I say to my clients so often, I don't do this for the money. I don't, you know, and I can absolutely say to you that none of us do this for the money. The reason we do this is because we are so passionate about seeing you guys get ahead with your money and have freedom and to make choice, to be able to spend money, know when you've got money to spend and spend it freely without feeling guilty. So we will always put together an incredible offer to make sure that you have every opportunity to do this. So please don't wait, just hop in, grab that email, get the offer, and look, as I said earlier, let's do this. Yeah.
Yep, let's do this, everybody.